Hello everybody. Today I thought I would do a live stream that I've been putting off for a few days. Patch 10.0 is live as of a couple days ago, and I have not yet bothered diving in to pick out my Arms Warrior talent trees on my main character. So I thought it would be interesting and maybe a little frustrating to jump in, totally wipe the talent trees. I've spent a little time customizing my user interface. You can see the new minimalist user interface I have here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go at this systematically. I'm going to completely clear my interface. I'm going to completely reset the talent trees and dive in completely from scratch as if I had never seen these trees before. I really don't know what talents I'm going to choose yet. I do have some sense that I'm going to choose more active abilities that give me new animations on the screen, things that actively involve my two-handed weapons, as opposed to the passive talents. But that's all I've really thought about. So without further ado, let's dive in. You can see what I've done for the UI customization here. I have 2 rows of 12 buttons each. I play a little more zoomed in generally like this, and so I didn't want to have 3 rows of action bars. I also created this little rectangular shaped bar on the bottom right, kind of like the bottom right bars that used to be in the original interface but are now gone. And I've totally disabled my right action bars in an attempt to be a little more minimalistic and a little more choosy about what goes on my screen and on my action bars. So let's do some clearing first of all. Boy, it's systematic deconstruction of my main character here, not knowing what's going to emerge from this. It's going to be really hard to train myself out of using some of these abilities after all these years of building up this character. So, but they gotta go, because times have changed. Oop. Alright. I am going to leave my Hearthstones and my mounts here for the moment, and my fishing ability, because those are things I know I'm going to want anyway. I'm probably going to get rid of the battle stance and just go with the... get rid of the defensive stance and just go with the battle stance. So I may not need these stance bars either, depending on which talents I end up choosing. Well, let's open up the talent tree. So these, I've noticed that Blizzard has pre-populated all my characters, this character included, with the default class and specialization trees for this character. So I've got a default tree that's already been built here for the warrior, and a default tree that's been built here for the arms specialization. But we are going to completely disregard this and reset all talents and see what emerges. And I have not really spent a lot of time on this, so I do want to at least mouse over all of these abilities and see what looks appealing. And being open to choosing new abilities that I didn't have before. Like, there are things I used to like that I haven't used in a long time because I haven't been a protection specialization, like the Thunderclap. I used to, back when I first started playing, I played more of a tank, and I really used to like the Thunderclap ability. So maybe I'll bring back some of these old abilities. I don't know. So I noticed right off the bat that I can decide whether to choose the defensive stance or not. And if I do that, it opens up some other abilities. Like, I wouldn't be able to access any of these abilities here. Well, I guess I could, because there's a line that goes diagonally way down here from the battle stance down to War Machine and then down to these abilities. But if I don't choose the defensive stance, I could not choose Intervene, and I could not choose Rallying Cry. And Rallying Cry is cool, but I don't think it's essential, so I'm not worried about that. But do I want Intervene or not? Run at high speed toward an ally, intercepting all melee and ranged attacks against them for 6 seconds while they remain within 10 yards. I don't think so. That really is more of a protection thing, and I don't care about that. So let's focus over here for the moment. I've got 26 possible points. I guess I want to see how many possible slots there are here. So, pardon, I know this is really tedious, but let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49 possible slots and only 26 points. So we're going to have to be really choosy, in other words. Well, alright, so we already have Battle Stance selected. I can choose Berserker Rage, which might be more of a Fury thing. Impending Victory. Instantly attack the target, causing 1,153 damage, not 1.153 damage, and healing you for 30% of your maximum health. Killing an enemy that yields experience or honor resets the cooldown of Impending Victory and makes it cost no rage. Okay. How about War Machine? Your auto attacks generate 10% more rage, and rage is important as a warrior. It enables all kinds of other abilities. Killing an enemy instantly generates 10 rage and increases your movement speed by. So if you kill an enemy, it increases your movement speed. That's kind of cool. So I'm inclined to choose these two right off the bat, but if I had to choose, do I want an ability that gives me... See, this is the problem. This is like total analysis paralysis here. I guess it's easy to undo anything. It's not like you're locking yourself in here. So if we don't like what we've done, we'll just back the tree up a little bit and fix it. So I think I do like Impending Victory. Heals you and does some damage at the same time. And I know I've used Impending Victory before, so let's start there. Actually, before I move on, I'm going to actually back into this and see if there's anything I know I'm going to want. Like Elysian Might. I was reading that you won't be able to use your Covenant abilities, like the Spear of Bastion. I would love to be able to use that in other places besides Shadowlands. I just don't know if that's possible. Oh, it's actually oh, I see. It's actually I can choose that, but I have to drill down to it. And I do like the Spear of Bastion. I think that's a really handy ability. Alright, what do we have here? Fast Footwork. Increase movement speed by 5%. See, that's the problem. If I choose this ability, the only next thing I can choose is Fast Footwork, and I don't particularly care about that. So this is the problem. Which I don't have to choose that. I can drill down in other ways. We'll just leave this as a big question mark. I wish I could annotate this, actually. I should have a thing where I can mark this up as I go, like cross this out. Like, no, I definitely don't want that. What's next if we follow this thread? Well, I can't follow that thread unless I choose Berserker Rage. We talked about War Machine being useful. I think let's... Oh, man. See, what's weird about this is that War Machine seems like more of an arms warrior kind of thing, where your attacks are generating rage, but then the very next ability that it enables is Spell Reflection, which is more like a protection thing. So I think the interior logic of how some spells feed into others is completely arbitrary and doesn't make sense to me, although I'm sure people at Blizzard spend a lot of time thinking about this. But I'm not pleased with it yet. Heroic Leap, that's useful. Intimidating Shout. I don't use shouts very much. Oh, Furious Blows. See, this is what I mean. Like, over here on the right side of this tree, we're in defensive stance territory, and yet under that is Furious Blows, where auto attack speed is increased. And that seems like it would belong over here. I'm suspecting that what they've tried to do intentionally is mix and match these, so even if you choose some Protection Warrior type spells, you still have to choose some arms things, and even if you choose more of an arms specialization over here, you still have to choose some protection things. It's forcing you to mix and match, and there doesn't seem to be a way around it. What is Leeching Strikes? A leech increased by 5%. Does it just put a debuff on enemies, causing them to leech or bleed or something that injures them over time? Let's see. What abilities do I know I want? Ooh, Wrecking Throw. That's cool. Shattering Throw. What's the difference here? They seem like identical. Oh, one removes any magical immunities. One ignores the enemy's armor. Okay. But one has a 45-second cooldown, one has a 3-minute cooldown. I think we definitely want to choose the 45-second cooldown. Sidearm. Crackling Thunder. Blood and Thunder. Bounding Strike. I mean, obviously some of the arm-specific talents are going to be in the specialization tree. So maybe I'm overthinking this a little bit here. I do like my Heroic Throw. I use that as a ranged attack quite often. Do I have to enable that, though? Thought I saw it here somewhere. Oh, I saw it a second ago. Where'd it go? Oh, two-handed weapon specialization. See, some of these should just be obvious. Yeah, we're going to do two-handed weapons as an arms warrior, right? Alright, I guess I better choose some talents here. Man, this is really tricky. I didn't anticipate this being so overwhelming. Normally I'm a person of decision, but I am finding these hard to choose. Spell Reflection. See, I don't particularly care about that. I don't care about the shouts. I do like Heroic Leap, though. So don't care about the howls or the shouts. So I do want my battle shout, but I think maybe that comes by default. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't see it here on the tree at a glance. I guess the problem for me is that these trees are so visually overwhelming. I really did like the more simple pared down tree selector that we had up until 3 days ago. It might be fun to have Thunderclap back, though. Blasts all enemies within 8 yards for 1,065 physical damage, reduces their movement speed. Okay, well I guess I'm going to look at this row at a time. Because that's how the game seems to be thinking about it. 7 more points to unlock this row, so on and so forth. So let's look by row. So I don't care about the shouts. I don't particularly care about spell reflection. And I do care about doing damage. So let's try leeching strikes. But I have to choose War Machine to do that. So let's choose this. And we'll choose this. And now we're down to 23 points. Oh my god, the anxiety. So Frothing Berserker. Heroic Leap. Oh, I do like Heroic Leap, though. That's a useful ability. You can't have them all, as Haley just said. Intimidating Shout. I don't care about the shouts. Thunderclap is cool, but I think Furious Blows might be the way to go here. What does that give me? Overwhelming Rage. Okay, that's cool. Cooldown of Pummel is reduced. Slam and Whirlwind deal 30% more damage, but cost 10 more rage. But that's okay, because we're going to generate more rage right here. So why don't we go Furious Blows. And we're going to... I guess I better check out the rest of the row here, but... throws are neat. Pain and Gain. Cacophonous Roar. Well, we're a warrior. We need rage, so let's get some rage going. Oh, I have to spend more... I can't do anything in that row yet. I have to spend 4 more points above. So it does force you to even the points out. Like, you can't spend all your points just going vertically down the tree. That's not totally obvious at a glance. So we need to spend more points. What do I want? Well, I would like Heroic Leap, because I'm used to it. I don't care about those shouts. Intervene. Oh, but I have to choose defensive stance to do that, and I really don't need defensive stance. I'm not going to be tanking at all, so... I'm tempted just to choose Thunderclap for the sake of keeping this tree going here. Although I'm always a little annoyed that I'm not running very fast, so maybe increasing my movement speed by 5% might be handy. I wouldn't be the slowpoke in every party because I'm an arms warrior. But that doesn't actually help me fight any better, and I'm a warrior, right? So I better do some things that actually help me fight better. So Spell Reflection it is. And now I get to choose Heroic Leap, Intimidating Shout, or Thunderclap. Heroic Leap is neat, but it's not very powerful. But it does let me catch up with people when I'm lagging behind. I have to say, for nostalgia purposes, I think I'm going with Thunderclap, and it does more damage anyway. So there we go, Thunderclap. And if I don't like this, I will change it later, but I'm trying to make some choices here that I can live with for a while. Okay, so we need to enable 2 more points to unlock this row. Where do I want those points to be spent? Okay, if I do choose Fast Footwork, then I can choose Frothing Berserker. Mortal Strike and Cleave have a 20% chance to immediately refund 20% of the rage spent. Well, that's handy. I think I'm going to make that choice. There we go. I just spent my 2 points. That way, because I do like Mortal Strike quite a bit, and I can run a little faster, and I can generate a little more rage. Okay. What is in this row? We've got Wrecking Throw, or Shattering Throw, Crushing Force, Slam deals an additional, notice the typo here, Slam deals and additional 30% damage, additional 30% damage, and has a 7.5% increased critical strike chance. That seems like such a given. I can't imagine not choosing that, so let's do that right off the bat. Storm Bolt hurls your weapon at an enemy, causing 657 physical damage. But the Heroic Throw causes 807 physical damage, so I think I can live with Heroic Throw. Although I do like all the different animations that I don't get to see very often. Overwhelming Rage. This is the thing I was thinking about selecting before. Maximum Rage increased by 15. And I've got Barbaric Training. Slam and Whirlwind. I think that's a given. That's a pretty cool ability. Yeah, we're going to choose Barbaric Training. And we're going to choose a little more Rage. And we're not going to worry about Stormbolt. And we're not going to worry about those shouts. So, we're down to the next row here. So, Reinforced Plates. No, we don't need that. Bounding Strike. Reduces cooldown of Heroic Leap. No. But I can't choose Honed Reflex. That's okay. I don't really think I need that. Unless I want to choose anything down here. Armored to the Teeth. Avatar. Oh man, I do like Avatar. That's the one that turns me into a Colossus. 20% more damage if I do that. Oh man, they've made you make some hard choices. Warlord's Torment. Activating Avatar or Colossus Smash casts Recklessness at reduced effectiveness. Okay. Oh, that's tricky. Because there's only a couple ways to get down to this branch, and I do like Avatar a lot. I've used that ability for a long time. But let's see what else we got. We've got Wild Strikes down here. Like, what's the end game? What's in this row down here? Thunderous Roar. I don't care about that. Spear of Bastion. So if I had to choose, I want to be in Avatar Land or Spear of Bastion Land. Shockwave. And I don't care so much about area of effect attacks as in Arms Warrior. I want to be able to hammer away on the bosses, right? So, we got to be in these two trees, Avatar and Spear of Bastion, little tree branches. How can I get there? To unlock this row, I need to spend 9 more talent, or 9 more points. What do I want? Blood and Thunder. Thunderclap deals 10%. Okay, see, these are like, these fall out of Thunderclap, which is cool, but I'm not convinced I need it. Sidearm. Your auto attacks have a 20% chance to hurl weapons at your target and 3 other enemies in front of you, dealing an additional... Okay, we want to do damage, so let's choose Sidearm. And that gets us on our way down to this tree, where we can get Spear of Bastion. Oh, see, this is what Heroic Leap did before, where when you did it, it would let you run for a little bit after you used Heroic Leap. I don't particularly care about Reinforced Plate, so I think I can ignore this. Pain and Gain. Looking for things that just obviously deal more damage. Although, I gotta say, I do like the running with the Heroic Leap. I'm kind of used to that. Let's see here. Seismic Reverberation. If Whirlwind hits 3 or more enemies, it hits them 1 additional time for 70% damage. Well, I'm using Whirlwind all the time to hit multiple enemies. Right? Do I have Whirlwind? I can't even remember if I chose Whirlwind or not. Maybe everyone gets Whirlwind. Oh, maybe I'm confusing it with Blade Storm. Ooh. Can I see? Ooh, did I knock myself out of the tree? Oh, good. No, I didn't. Does everyone get Whirlwind already? I forget. Oh, yeah, Whirlwind, that one. Oh, yeah, I'm using that all the time, so that's a good ability to choose. So, yes, we'll choose that. What else now? Do I have any missed opportunities here? Bounding Strike. Titanic Throw, 807 damage. But in order to choose that, I've got to choose... Actually, what other throws did I have here? There were a couple of throws. Oh, here we go. Wrecking Throw. Oh, those deal a lot of damage. Maybe I do want to do those. 2,196. And one of them has a 45-second cooldown, so we're going to go with Wrecking Throw. And then down here, maybe I'm going to have more throws than I ended up having before. I need what? Spend 6 more points? I've got 12 points available total. Well, one way to get down here would be to just do this path where I choose Heroic Leap and then choose the ability that lets Heroic Leap make me run faster, which I think I'm going to do. I like that. I always have. I'm trying to make some different choices though. Like I have more throws than I used to have before. Yep, don't care about shouts. Can I get down to Titanic Throw here? The only way to do that would be to... Okay, let me just double check the things I haven't chosen. Intervene. Okay, I don't particularly care about that. Don't care about the Rallying Cry. Second Wind might be handy, but I'm not sure it's so handy I want to choose what it takes to get there. Don't care about these shouts. Don't care about those. Yep, I think I'm in the right territory here. So let's see. What is enabled from this branch? Bounding Stride. I get either Honed Reflexes, Bitter Immunity, or Double Time. I'm going to worry about that in a minute. I think I need to make a choice here between these Thunderclap branches so I can get this Titanic Throw and do more damage. %10 increased damage. Let's do it. The whole point here is to be an arms warrior and do damage, right? So we're going to choose Titanic Throw, I think. I have to choose 2 more points to be able to unlock this third to the last row. So, what do I want? Honed Reflexes. Cooldown of Overpower and Pummel reduced by 1 second. I mean, Overpower is useful a lot, so that's an option. Bitter Immunity restores 20% health instantly, removes all diseases, poisons, and curses affecting you. Double Time increases the maximum number of charges on charge. Ugh. Okay, well, Overpower is handy, so let's man, there's nothing special about that though, is there? These are passive abilities. Bitter Immunity lets you hang in a fight if you're almost dead. It restores 20% of your health instantly. Oh, the choices. My god. Oh, we were going to choose Stormbolt, right? Yeah, let's do that. We'll get more throws. And be able to do even more damage. Boom. Okay, 1 more point. Maximum number of charges by 1. Restores 20 health instantly. Or Honed Reflexes. I don't use Pummel very often unless I am interrupting casting, that kind of thing. And I always miss the interrupts because I'm terrible at that. And I do use Charge a lot of the times. Okay, hard choice. We're just going to choose that. Now, I've got 6 points available. What was this ability? Shockwave? Don't care about that so much. Yeah, I don't think I care about this branch. I do care about this, which means I have to choose... Oh, two-handed weapon specialization. Well, let's not neglect to do that. That's a given right off the bat, right? And if I want Spear of Bastion back, which I really like that ability, I've got to choose that. And then I can choose this here in a minute. How come it's not unlocking it? Oh, maybe I have to... I'm a little confused here because I don't seem to be able to choose anything in this branch, in this row, but it doesn't say that I need more points to unlock that row. Okay, I'm completely confused because none of these is unlocked, although it sure looks like they should be. Maybe I have to assign all my points and then I can choose one? I don't really know. Huh. I'm definitely confused here. Because it sure looks like I should be able to. I have enabled the ability right above it, but it won't let me activate that. Well, let's assign our last 2 points and see if that fixes the issue. If not, I'll back some things up here. What would I like that I don't have yet? To admit, second wind would be handy. It's looking for anything else that I might use from more of an arms standpoint. Alright, being able to restore some health instantly would be handy. And... Alright, now can I choose these? No, I cannot. Huh. I am completely flummoxed about how I choose those. Maybe we can only choose them after we've applied the arms specialization points. We'll put a pin in that, as they say in the corporate world. Mortal Strike. Well, I don't get a choice, and definitely I need Mortal Strike. That's a given, and Overpower is a given. It's weird that they start you out with two abilities here that aren't really choices. You assign these 2 points, and neither is a choice because you have to choose them. That's kind of a strange setup. So let's choose that. 23 points to go. Improved Execute, Die by the Sword, and Martial Prowess. Overpower increases the damage of your next Mortal Strike or Cleave by 20%, stacking up to 2 times. Let's look ahead here. Fervor of Battle, Sudden Death, Storm Wall, Fueled by Violence. You are healed for 50% of the damage dealt by deep wounds. Blood Surge, and Improved Overpower. Alright, well, we definitely want Execute. And I would say Improved Overpower is handy. So I just think we need to go down this way. Get Overpower. Spend 3 more points to unlock this row. I'm totally confused about this issue I was confused about a minute ago. It seems there's every reason to think that these other abilities should be activated. Unless I have to activate all 4 of these items in this row here that I'm circling. So there's nothing in the instructions here that indicate that, so if we can't figure that out today, I'll do a little research and maybe do a part 2 of this stream where I actually get my Spear of Bastion back and my avatar back. I do use Die by the Sword sometimes, so that might be nice to have. Well, I have to choose 3 more points anyway here, so... Fervor of Battle. Whirlwind also slams your primary target. Well, that's like 2 abilities in one, right? So let's choose that. And... Sudden Death. Your attacks have a chance to make your next Execute cost no rage. Well, that means we could use Execute more often. So we'll choose that. And let's choose Die by the Sword, because that reduces some damage, and I don't see anything else arms-wise that I need here, so there we go. Okay, 12 points to get down to this row here. Let's scope it out. Colossus Smash smashes the enemy's armor, dealing 5,000 physical damage. That is so handy, but I have to choose one of these to do that, don't I? Okay, what else here? Tactician. I don't think I particularly need that. Impale. The damage and critical strikes of your abilities deal an extra 10% damage. That would be very handy. So I think we'd need to go down this path here at least. That gives us Cleave, Massacre, Improve Mortal Strike. Okay, we are definitely in arm's land here. So let's go this way. Alright, this is where we want some serious firepower. So we want Cleave. We want Massacre. We want Improved Mortal Strike. Whirlwind costs 30 more rage and a 14-second cooldown. It's a long cooldown. It now deals 175% more damage, though. I don't think so. I think I want to be able to use it faster than that. So I think we're done here. Colossus Smash, man, that's a good ability. 5,000 damage. Heals 10% once per second if you parry. That's pretty good. If I had to choose one to get there, let's choose that. Choose Colossus Smash. Okay, 6 more points to get to this next row. 2 rows down, I mean. This row right here. Okay, I used to like Rend, but that is more of a... what's it called? Tanking ability. Although it does cause damage. But it causes it over 15 seconds, so it's like a slow damage where someone just bleeds steadily. Skull Splitter, bash an enemy's skull. Wow, I still have 6 points to spend. I could choose a lot of this stuff. Come. Okay, so I think we want to go down these 2 branches for these additional abilities here. Choices, choices. Okay, this seems an obvious one. 2 charges on Overpower. That only causes 715 damage, and this ability here, this Warbreaker, causes 5,000 damage. So maybe we need to be down here. Yeah, I have to spend a couple points to get there, but Warbreaker seems really handy. Okay, what, 4 more points? Gotta be choosy here. Bash an enemy's skull. Oh, but I have to enable Tactician. It's a lot of overpower abilities right here. But I still have 4 points, so I could do it. Let's get down into this tree. But I could do it right here as well, can't I? Nope, that just gets me down to this branch. Exhilarating blows. Yeah, I think I gotta just choose that and choose that. And I think if I go here and here, what's the cooldown on this? 30 seconds? Oh, but if I do use Rend, that causes 1,480 and then 3,300 more damage over 15 seconds. And the cooldown should be less, I would think. Oh, this one generates rage, though. Alright, we'll do that one. Okay, let's see here. I've got 5 points to go. I know I'm going to want Blade Storm, I think. So these are all like execute things. These are... I'll say they're fury things, but they all seem to fall naturally out of Blade Storm. Okay, I don't think I care about this so much, so we can ignore that one. Let's, Okay, I'm having the same problem here. Why is that? If there's more than one arrow going down to something, do you have to enable both arrows in order to enable the... That doesn't make sense, because I still can't choose anything here. I guess I don't understand what's happening in the last 2 rows of this. Oh, maybe it's because the... Oh, I bet you I know. I'll bet you the level cap is going up to 70, and these last 2 rows are for picking new talents as you level to level 70. Were you able to assign the last 2 rows of your talent trees? I bet you that's it. Because otherwise I would be able to have chosen Spear of Bastion here. I might have to save this for part 2, and when I'm done I'll have to look this up. So let's make a couple more choices here. We said maybe choosing Rend would be good, so we'll choose Rend. And this increases critical strike chance, so we'll choose that. Yeah, and I still can't choose anything in this row, so I suspect this is level 65 and level 70 points here. I guess maybe it doesn't work like that anymore. Maybe you get a point as you level, so you get 10 more points, or maybe you get a point every 2 levels, or maybe you get points every 5 levels. I haven't tried leveling with these new trees yet, so I don't really know how that works. Well, let's see what else I wouldn't mind having here. Or maybe I've just mixed and matched so much that I haven't enabled these for some reason. Boy, I really don't know. What else might I want? I don't particularly care about those. Sweeping strikes. For 15 seconds, your single target damaging abilities hit 1 additional target. I want to do more damage. Okay, there we go. I seem to have used all my points, and I have not been able to enable any abilities in the last 2 rows of this tree. So I suspect that's what's happening, that when the level cap increases and Dragonflight comes out, then I can use these last 2 rows. I'm a little frustrated right now, though, because I wanted to get Spear of Bastion back immediately, and I wanted to get Avatar back immediately, and Blade Storm. Everything else I feel like I could probably do without. But I think that's the final result of the tree here. So before I forget, I'm going to grab a screenshot of this tree. There we go. And let's apply the changes. Here it comes. Changing talents. Boom. Oh, is it going to pre-populate my action bars here a little bit? A little bit. Okay. Now comes the hard part, getting everything onto these pared down action bars. So let's close this. Oh, I didn't pick my PvP talents yet. We'll save that for another day. I didn't do much PvP. Okay, so I've left 2 abilities the way they were. I like my charge right there, and I like my Titanic throw right there. But maybe I want a different throw, like Wrecking Throw, which does more damage. It does a lot more damage, actually, but it's got a 45-second cooldown, whereas Titanic Throw has an 8-second cooldown. So, yeah, I think we'll have to be more judicious about using Wrecking Throw. Although, there's nothing wrong with doing more damage right off the bat, is there? And I can still put them side by side. Let's open up the spell book and start dragging things down. Okay. So Battle Shout is one of the few shouts that I do use every time I'm in a group or a dungeon or a raid. And I like having it handy, but not so handy that it's front and center. That's got to be off to the side somewhere. Okay, I forget what some of these abilities were. Oh, Shield Slam. Yeah, that's one of these ones that I wasn't on the tree. That just comes by default for being a warrior, but I'm an arms warrior, so I don't use a shield. So I've got a couple of these abilities that are not going to go onto the bar. Let's get everything onto the bar if we can, and then we'll start arranging. A couple of these I've always kept in the top. Heroic Leap's always been up there. Impending Victory, it's always been up there. Pummel's always been up there. Or maybe not. Maybe Pummel's always been like down here for me. Shield Block, we're not going to use that. Slam we do use. Next page. Spell Reflection. Raise your weapon, reflecting the first spell cast on you. That's going to go up above, I think. Taunt I do use. Well, actually, I don't use Taunt very much. Yeah, I'm going to leave Taunt off for now. It's useful when you need it, but I don't need it very much as an arms warrior. Whirlwind we're definitely going to want. And Stormbolt we're definitely going to want. Okay, now for the new arms abilities. Die by the Sword. Mortal Strike, absolute. Oh, you know what? I always had Mortal Strike right there. That'll be handy. Overpower. I used to put that right there. Rend. And Warbreaker. Smash the ground and shatter the armor. Oh, I like it. And Sweeping Strikes. You know, everything might just fit. Check that out. No extra right side action bars needed. Everything fits on those 2 bars. Maybe that was part of the effort. They knew they were going to pare down the action bars a little bit, so they designed the talent trees in a way to minimize the number of icons you're going to need on your interface. That really could be. Now I got to order these a little bit. So let's see. I think I want certain things that are similar to each other, next to each other. Like Cleave is similar, and Whirlwind is similar. Those are area of effect attacks. But some of these are also like these are like smashes. Smash the ground. Ugh. Yeah. Warbreaker, Thunderclap. I should try to put the throws together if I can. The ones that are not actually attacks, I want to get off to the side. Bitter immunity. Okay, yep. The throws, well, I say I want the throws together, but then I have this one throw that I use right next to my 1 and 2 buttons. One's charge, and number 2 is throw, so I can pull enemies when I need to. And I don't want a bunch of throws right down there because there's other things I want there more. Could put Rend down there. Where are the other, like, massive attacks here? Slam. We could put Slam up there. Actually, we want to bash the skull because that does more damage. And let's get that there. Execute, I always had on like 5 or 6. I'm going to do it on 5, actually, I think. Okay, I think that's pretty good as a starting point. That is not too bad as a starting point. Although this one doesn't actually do damage, it just causes you to attack the second enemy. So let's move that over to here. I want the amount of damage to kind of taper off as I move to the right side of my of the action bars. I want the ones that do more damage, or I'm going to use more frequently, on the left side. I think that's as good as it's going to get right now. That's not too bad at all. Let's take one more look at the trees. One mystery to be solved, which is why I can't access the last 2 rows of the talent tree. If anyone knows why and wants to enlighten me in the comments, that would be very helpful. But we're not going to worry about that for now. I am going to get one more screenshot now that my actions are all placed. There we go. Screen captured. And there we go. There's my new Arms Warrior with all of my new, let's close this too, with all of my new abilities. Just going to grab a couple more screenshots here. Nice clean ones. Well, that took about as much time as I thought it might. I ended up with some abilities I didn't think I would choose, and I ended up with more throws than I thought I was going to use because they do damage. You know, I'm sure there'll be people out there that critique my choices, so if you hate every choice I made, feel free to put it in the comments and let me know why you hate my choices and think much better choices would be made for an Arms Warrior. A lot of people have suggested I just change to a Fury Warrior, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I've been an Arms Warrior on this character for a long, long time, and you know, I have a couple other warriors, so if I'm going to dink around and try other talent builds, I'll try it on one of my other characters. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. I might do similar streams on my other characters, but I really wanted to get my main character that I've had for almost 18 years now built and ready to play again. I think I'm happy with the interface. I think I'm generally happy with the talents, and I think I'm ready to rock in the game again. So thanks for tuning in. Hope everyone has a great day.